Once upon a time, in a city where penguins and raccoons were surprisingly good friends, there was a raccoon named Randy and a penguin named Pete. They had been talking for weeks and finally decided to go on a date. Randy, wearing a tiny tuxedo made from old napkins, was very excited. Pete, who had borrowed a bow tie from his friend, a flamingo named Francois, was equally thrilled. They met at the local ice cream parlor, Scoops and Shivers, where Pete waddled in, slipping and sliding on the slick floor, and Randy did his usual thing of sneaking around, trying to find any unattended snacks. They sat down at a table by the window and started to chat.
So,
Pete said, adjusting his bow tie nervously.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Randy grinned.
Trash. I love trash-flavored ice cream. Have you ever tried it?
Pete blinked.
No, but that sounds interesting.
Before they could continue their conversation, a group of ninjas appeared out of nowhere, flipping through the air and landing gracefully at the table. They wore black outfits, had super shiny swords, and looked very serious. One of them pointed a sword at Randy.
We have come for your secret stash of cookies,
he demanded, sounding far too dramatic for the situation. Pete looked at Randy, confused.
Wait, do you have cookies?
Randy's eyes widened.
Oh, no. I ate them all earlier. They were so delicious, I just couldn't resist.
The ninja sighed deeply and twirled his sword.
Very well. But we shall have to ruin your date anyway.
And with that, the ninjas started throwing handfuls of spaghetti into the air, covering everything in noodles. Randy and Pete stared as spaghetti rained down on them.
This is the worst date ever,
Pete said, trying to wipe pasta off his bow tie.
Yeah, but it's also kind of awesome,
Randy said, tossing a meatball into the air like it was a volleyball. Suddenly, the ninjas started flipping and somersaulting, knocking over tables and causing chaos. One ninja kicked over a cake, and another accidentally tripped over a chair, falling into a giant bowl of mashed potatoes. Pete tried to run away, but he kept slipping on the spaghetti and falling over, while Randy was having the time of his life, chasing after the ninjas with a spoon he found under the table. Finally, the ninjas, realizing they weren't going to get their cookies or cause any more trouble, simply bowed awkwardly and disappeared in a puff of smoke, leaving behind a mess of noodles, mashed potatoes, and ice cream. Pete looked at Randy.
Well, that was certainly memorable.
Randy nodded enthusiastically, still holding his spoon.
Best date ever.
And so, despite the spaghetti and ninjas, Randy the raccoon and Pete the penguin decided that, perhaps, they'd try again, next time without any sword-wielding, pasta-flinging intruders. The end.